Perfect. So welcome as you're coming in. We're just starting right down here in child's pose. Step back onto your heels, reach the arms forward. Feel free to shift side to side a bit. That nice stretch through the arms. Maybe relax the forehead down to the ground. Take 4 or 5 nice long breaths. Nice. Then we'll begin to reach the fingers forward. Let the glutes rise into the air, turning this into puppy if you like. You could, of course, stay in child's pose if this is more intensity than you want. In puppy pose, we get a little bit deeper stretch through the shoulders, through the chest. And then you have the option to stay right here, child's pose or puppy, or come on up for a few breaths in downward facing dog. So we can just walk our heels out and down dog, just getting that stretch all the way down the back of the legs. But if down dog is more intense than you want, feel free to stay in child's pose or puppy. We're just here for about 30 seconds, maybe rolling up onto the toes as you lower one heel, get that stretch through the bottoms of the feet. Nice. And then we'll all make our way down to our knees, a little more of this all four position. Take your right arm, thread it underneath your left. Lay into that right shoulder. And maybe walk this left arm long, maybe back behind you just a little bit, twisting the chest open. So I'm trying to take my sternum and twist it towards the ceiling. But I'm only going to twist as far as feels okay to me. Stay very relaxed through the right side of your body. Take a few breaths. Maybe walk the left arm a little bit longer. Some stretching around the shoulder. And then if you wanted to twist this open a little bit more, you could take your left leg, slide it out from your body to kind of anchor you. And that'll allow you to twist your chest a little more towards the ceiling. Now going to this point is not for everybody. So only come here if that feels okay to you. Nice. And then we'll let that left knee come down. Slide that left hand down, press up, and we'll take that the other way. So take the left arm under, and we'll start nice and mild here and just the thread of the needle. You can stay here, you can reach the right arm long and reach it behind you a bit, twisting open. I'm just hanging out right here. Nice. Welcome everybody. And then if you wanted a little more twisting here, if you slid that right leg out, I'll let you twist open just a little bit more. And then bring that right knee in if it's out. Bring that right arm down and press your way up. From here, let's bring those legs, extend them out long in front of us. And just gently walk the hands forward, more for a release than anything, right? We were just really twisty. So enjoy this position of not being so twisty. Feel that lengthening down the back of the legs. Now, it doesn't matter if you can touch your toes or not. If you can, go for it, but you do not have to. Oh, I love it, Katie. Your daughter's doing it with us. You are awesome. Got some people coming in from their classrooms, from work. Oh, amazing. Just lengthen right here. Nice, and then lift it up. We're gonna come into that low lunge, that lizard position. So bring the right leg forward, that left leg back behind you. Come down on your knee. If this bothers your knee at all, grab a pillow, a blanket, or even just roll your yoga mat up a little bit. But we're trying to work to open this hip flexor. So we can lean forward. I'm not directly on the kneecap. I'm not here. I'm a little bit in front of the kneecap, trying to lengthen through my quad. My hands can stay on the ground for support, or I can lift up, which makes that stretch a little more. I can even take the left arm and lift it up. So all this puts a little bit more pressure on your knees. So definitely keep your hands on the ground as needed. Nice. Perfect. Maybe lift the heart. And then release, bring it a little deeper into the hamstring by gently rocking it back. Lift that front right foot up, maybe slide it forward a little bit. Press the bottom one way as you pull the crown of the head forward. And that stretch right through the right hamstring. So we've opened this area a little bit with our down dog, with our forward fold. So we're just taking it a little more. Think about pulling the crown of the head forward and locking your shoulders back. So I'm pulling my shoulders back, lengthening through my neck. Now, if anybody wanted to practice their splits, here would be the perfect time. You would slide this first leg forward, just coming into whatever split form you like. But this is a perfectly good place to be right here. Lengthening through that hamstring. Perfect. Nice. And then we'll switch that out. So bring this right leg back. Step the left leg forward, knee over ankle to start. Leaning through that right hip flexor. Maybe staying with hands on the ground. Maybe rising up. Maybe lifting the right arm. So wherever feels good to you. Nice. And breathe. Let yourself focus on your breath a little bit here. Make sure you're breathing nice and steady. If you come to the point you're stretching too much where your breathing feels affected, just back off of it a little bit. And then bring the hands down. Gently shift back. I don't want you to put too much pressure on that knee. I kind of lift it up a little bit. Maybe slide the left heel forward. Press back through the tailbone. Pull the shoulders back, but pull the crown of the head forward. And breathe. Take some nice deep breaths. Slowly exhale, release it. Always come into the splits on this side if you like. And then slide it in. We'll come over onto our knees, take the toes, curl them under. Set back onto the glutes, feel that stretch in the bottom of the feet. You can stay here with hands on the ground. Walk your hands back towards your knees or maybe even up. Roll the shoulders down, get that stretch through the bottoms of the feet. And breathe. So we're going to work our way up to stand. We'll get a little more upper body stretch. We're going to get down the outside of our legs in a moment, down that IT band. So from here, let your hands come down to the ground. Begin to straighten up through your knees. Now, if you don't like hanging upside down here, no worries. You could always have a shelf, a table, a chair, kind of balance your hands here. But we're gonna take the right ankle, cross it behind the left, and kind of shift your body so it's center, and think about bending up the hips. So I don't really have to be upside down. I can. We're getting a little more into that hamstring, but also down that IT band. So with that right leg in the back, I want you to shift a little bit to the left. Maybe even walk your hands a little bit off center to the left. And you'll get a little deeper stretch down the right IT band. That's if the right leg should be in back. That ground seems really far away. It's a great place to use a stool, a chair, a yoga block. And then let the hands walk back center, pause there. And then uncross the right and take the left behind the right. Center your body, so that'll be a little bit of a shift to the left to center. Start there. And then maybe walk the hands a little bit more to the right. Pressing towards the left hips a little bit. So I walked my hands right, but I'm pressing to the left of the hip. A little extra stretch into that outer thigh. And then walk the hands a little more center, pause there. And then uncross the feet, step them a little bit wide, bring your hands onto your quads, lift the chest so it's parallel to the ground. We'll take this right shoulder, rotate it in, pull the crown of the head forward, pull long through the spine, and think about the twist coming first from the belly button, then the sternum, and then finally through the neck as you look back over the right shoulder. I usually take, or over the left shoulder, I usually take my right hand and kind of turn it in so my fingers are on my inner thigh and press away a little bit. Pull long through the chest and through the spine. Usually you'll feel that right up under the right shoulder blade. And then come center, readjust, maybe turn the left hand in so the left fingers are on the inner thigh. Drop the left shoulder. Pull long through the spine, belly button twist first, belly button, sternum, and neck. Don't go so far that your breathing feels choppy or difficult. Come center, pull and really round the back as you slowly come up. Finish with just a little bit of work for these shoulders. Reach the arms out wide. Rotate the palms up and keep rotating as far as you can. Reaching fingers away from each other, pull them away. You'll feel that down the bicep, down that inner elbow. Try not to hug them in, try to lower them down the back, reach them away. And then rotate that palm down, palm behind you. Keep going, palm up. Pull those fingers down at that little bit of an angle. Shoulders down away from the neck. A nice stretch down through the arms. Awesome job, friends. And we are out of time. Oh, thank you so much. Shrug that off, shake that off. Hopefully you feel ready to tackle the rest of your day. Let me just end this recording and then I will end.